I just reviewed 3 games and gave them positive reviews. Now I'm going to reveal another review of an older game, a crappier game, an abomination of nature, and a defecation upon a glorious work of fiction. No, I'm not talking about the Thing video game. I'm talking about, drumroll please, a 1 out of 10 game called Animorphs for the Game Boy Color. And geeks around the world have now went, oh god, why did he have to remind me of that game? Now, defecation of a great work of fiction. Animorphs is a book series by K.A. Applegate, who also did a far less successful series. I can't recall the name of it. It was so much less successful, which was a slight ripoff of Dungeons & Dragons animated series, but a bit more sci-fi-ish. Anyway, beside the point, Animorphs was a series about 5 kids, later 6, including an alien teenager, that met an alien that warned them of an invasion from creatures called Yeerks, which would crawl into the ear and take over the body of a planet's inhabitants. The hosts that were being controlled were called controllers. This alien was dying because of the crash and wounds received in battle. Mind you, I don't know how one gets wounded in a starship battle, but, you know, Star Trek, I guess, you know, exploding consoles and such and such. But anyway, he's dying. The bad guys are coming. He'll be killed soon. So he gives them the capability to morph into animals, thus Animorphs. And they go around fighting the invasion secretly. Great book series. Very enjoyable. Lasted for 52 books. It's for preteens, like 13, maybe 15-year-olds. But, you know, I suggest you read it. I still enjoy it today, even though the writing seems a bit crude to me, but I'm kind of picky. It's a pretty good book. Series, I mean. Now, this is a game review, not a book series review. I could go down and review this book series book for book if I wanted to and had read them recently. But Animorphs for the Game Boy Color, a 1 out of 10. What could it do to possibly receive such a low rating? 1. It rips off Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I love Animorphs. It's a defecation of both. Basically, take Pokemon. Take out the fun. Take out the animations. Take out rules that make sense. Add a whole bunch of attacks that have no descriptions and you have no means of knowing what they do. And make it where your form has no consistent rules dictating what it can beat and when and why. And you'll have an idea of what this game is like. It just makes no sense. Like, you could run up to a Hork-Bajir, which is a type of alien controlled by the Yeerks and being used as shock troops in the invasion force. You know, never mind the fact that you run into these aliens as a random encounter on the streets, which, aren't the Yeerks supposed to be a secret invasion force? Ignore that. Even though you shouldn't. But for this point I'm trying to make, we'll just ignore that glaring fact and bring up the issue of how the rules make no sense. I'm attacking it with a tiger form, and I can't hit it for the life of me, and I get annihilated. I attack it with a rat form. I annihilate it. What? Okay, rat must kick ass. So, look, another Hork-Bajir encountered randomly on the street for some inane reason. I'm going to D&D attack there. I'm going to morph into a rat and kick its ass. Yay, I'm a rat. Yay, I'm roadkill. I've been squishified. What? Okay, let's transform into a tiger. I annihilate it. Okay. This makes no sense. And let's bring up another fact. When you are beaten in battle in an animal form, for some strange reason, the DNA you acquired from an animal previously leaves your bloodstream. It just disappears. In the books, you get up to an animal, you touch them, you acquire their DNA, and it stays there. If you were defeated in battle in your animal form, you're dead. You know, it didn't happen in the books because, hey, it's the heroes. In this game, you run into a little sprite on the screen that's running around to acquire a morph, and you defeat it in battle to get the morph. I can see that being reasonable, but the DNA disappears if that form is ever defeated. Yeah, which makes no sense. You know, where did that come from? And also note, you can't acquire Hork-Bajir DNA. At least in my recollection. It didn't happen with me, even though I defeated dozens of them while wandering around on the streets. In plain view, I encountered a random battle Hork-Bajir right next to a human being, which I assume was a controller. You know, has the invasion been going so well for them, and our resistance being so feeble that Hork-Bajir can wander around on the streets? I think if it's at that point, we should give up. No, and if this game was even remotely playable, I could tell you what the storyline was, but frankly, I got to the point of, hey, I need to go to the zoo and figure out what's causing the animals to be acting up. That's it. The rules were so inconsistent, I couldn't get halfway through the zoo. I don't even know what character you play next. Not that it would really matter. They'd probably reset your morphs, which would tick you off. But, you know, this game is just a flaming turd. It's a flaming turd. I won't curse you with gameplay video because, one, I don't have the game anymore. I destroyed it. Two, I don't even have a Game Boy Color anymore. And three, I don't want to freaking boil your eyes out of your head. You know, it's just crap. Flaming crap. Literally, because I burned the game. It was more entertaining to watch burn than it was to play. So, all in all, Animorphs for the Game Boy Color, 1 out of 10. Buy it just to destroy it. There are some other Animorphs games for the PS 1 or 2, I can't recall. And there was one on the PC. They were platform games, which makes no sense. But it was actually better than the Game Boy Color game. Had nothing really to do with the books, but was actually, you know, worth playing in some form or fashion. Wasn't Animorphs really, you know, but hey, it was at least a game. You could at least have consistent rules and get further than like 5 seconds into the game. So anyway, that's my review. Good day.